Welcome to Creative World. In this video, we will solve Chapter 2 Learning Assessment 2.10. While solving this problem, we will be using Kirchoff's voltage law. This law states that sum of supplied and dropped voltage across circuit elements in a closed loop is always equal to 0. According to this law, a cumulative supply and dropped voltage in a closed loop circuit will always be 0. Basic equation for Kirchhoff's voltage law is the summation of all supply voltage in a closed loop minus summation of all voltage drop will be equal to 0. We also will be using Ohm's law. According to this law, voltage across any resistance R will be equal to the product of current through that resistance and the value of resistance. V equal to I multiplied by R. So move towards the problem. Learning Assessment E2.10. Calculate voltage VBD and current I in given below figure. This is the figure and we have to calculate the value of voltage across these 2 points B and D and the value of current I through this circuit as well. If you observe, voltage across these voltage sources are given, but across these two resistive elements are not given. So we cannot calculate right now voltage VBD. First we have to calculate the value of current I. Then we will calculate the voltage across these two resistances because same current will flow through both resistance due to series connection. And later on we will calculate voltage VBD. We will use Kirchhoff's voltage law to find the value of current in this circuit. So before we use Kirchhoff's voltage law, we have to specify the direction of current in this circuit. As it is already given, current is flowing in this direction. This black arrowhead is showing the direction of current. In this circuit, the current will flow in clockwise direction. Now before we use Kirchhoff's voltage law, we should have the values of voltage across all these elements because Kirchhoff's law is purely based on voltage. So if we know the voltage of the circuit elements, then we can use Kirchhoff's law. But in this case, the voltage across these two resistances are not given. But the current that will flow through these both resistances is labeled with I. Using Ohm's law, we can calculate the voltage equation for both of these resistances. And in KVL, instead of placing the value of voltage across these two resistances, we will place those voltage equations to calculate the value of I. Before we move further, one other thing that is missing in the circuit is the polarity notation across these two resistances. No polarity of voltage across these resistances is specified. So we have to place polarity notation across these resistances. So the current entering terminal will be taken with positive sign and current leaving terminal will be taken with negative sign. Similarly, for this resistance, current is entering from this side because current is clockwise. So this terminal will be taken with positive sign and this leaving terminal will be taken with negative sign. If author of the book assign any polarity across these elements, then it is compulsory for us to follow that notation. In this case, no notation was given, so we have assumed our own notation. Let's proceed towards the solution. We will be using Kirchhoff's voltage law. Summation of all supplied voltage in this circuit minus summation of all voltage drop in this circuit will be equal to 0. Place all supply and drop voltage into this equation. We will start from this 40 kilo ohm resistor. Current is entering from positive terminal of this resistor, so the voltage of this resistor will be taken with positive sign. Voltage across this resistance will be I multiplied by R. R is 40 kilo ohm and the current is labeled with I. So the voltage of this resistance will be 40 kilo multiplied by I. Move towards the next element, that is voltage source. Current is entering from negative terminal of this voltage source, so its voltage will be taken with minus sign, minus 6. Next is resistive element. Current is entering from positive terminal because the direction of current is clockwise and leaving from negative terminal, so voltage of this resistance will be taken with positive sign and the equation of voltage for this resistance will be 80 kilo multiplied by I. And the last element is voltage source. Current is entering from positive terminal, So the voltage of this voltage source will be taken with positive sign, that is plus 12 volt equal to 0. Now if we observe in this equation, we have only one variable, that is current I. So we can calculate the value of current by rearranging this equation. Place both constants on the other hand side of equal. This 6 will become positive and this plus 12 will become negative 12. Add these together and subtract 6 from 12. Now divide on both sides with 120 kilo and we will get the value of I, that is minus 0.05 milliampere. Here the minus is indicating that we have taken the wrong direction of current. Actual current in the circuit is flowing counterclockwise. Now we will calculate voltage across these two resistive elements and then we will calculate the voltage VBD. Voltage of this 40 kilo ohm resistance will be resistance value multiplied by current through it, that is minus 0.05 milliampere. So the answer will be minus 2 volt. This minus sign is indicating that voltage across this resistive element is exactly opposite to this polarity. This minus will be changed with positive sign and this plus will be changed with negative sign. Now the voltage across this resistive element will be 2 volt. Now calculate voltage across this 80 kilo ohm resistance. Voltage equation across this resistance will be 80 kilo ohm multiplied by current through it, that is minus 0.05 milliampere. Multiply both quantities and the result will be minus 4. Again, this minus is indicating that voltage across this resistive element is 4 volt but opposite to this polarity. So the right value of voltage across this resistance is 4 volt but with this polarity. Now at this stage in this circuit we have voltage across all elements, so we can calculate the value of VBD. VBD indicating that the B will be on higher potential than D. So B will be positive and D will be negative. VBD is in mid of circuit. We can either choose left half circuit or right half circuit to calculate the value of VBD. In this case I will choose both sides to clarify that in both cases the answer will be same. First I will choose left half side to calculate voltage VBD. B is plus and D is negative. In this case I have assumed the direction of current counterclockwise. You may take it clockwise as well. It is upon your own choice. Start entering the values into the equation. Assume that this is a closed circuit and there is an element exists across which we are calculating VBD. Start from this resistive element. Voltage across this element is 4 volt and the current is entering from positive terminal of this resistive element, so the voltage of this resistive element will be taken with positive sign, positive 4 volt. Again this current is entering from positive terminal of this voltage source, so its voltage will also be taken with positive sign. At last current is entering from negative terminal of this reference point VBD and leaving from positive terminal, so voltage VBD will be taken with minus sign. Now rearrange this equation to calculate the value of VBD by placing VBD on the other hand side of equal. So we will get the value of voltage VBD, that is 10 volt. Now we will use right half circuit to calculate voltage across these points. In this circuit we have assumed the direction of current counterclockwise and we will start from VBD. Current is entering from positive terminal, so voltage VBD will be taken with positive sign, and this current is entering from positive terminal of this resistive element, so the voltage of this resistive element, that are 2 volt, will be taken with positive sign, positive 2, and at the last this current is entering from negative terminal of this voltage source, so 12 volt will be taken with minus sign. Now solve this equation and place constants on other hand side of equal to get the value of VBD, that will be 10 volt. You may see that in both cases the voltage of VBD remains same. So this was learning assessment E2.10. Thank you. See you again in next video.